Okay, so hi everybody, thank you for showing up. And let's start. First, a few words from our sponsor. SUSE is hiring. If you want to have nice and interesting job, talk to our guys at the booth. And now to the key signing party. A little bit about motivation. Why do we want to actually sign and encrypt stuff? This is the classic example of cryptography. There is a girl, she's called Alice, and she meets a Bob. And they want to chat, they like each other. But there is this Mallory guy who likes Alice and wants to break them apart. And there's this Eve who likes Bob, but she's shy and she's not that dangerous as Mallory. And Mallory actually works in ISP who provides internet connection to Alice, so he can spy on her and he can pretend to be her. And Eve is just a harmless stalker that follows Bob everywhere. So if Alice and Bob wants to have a good relationship and want to talk to each other and want to share some secret stuff, like where are they going for vacation and don't want to be disturbed neither by Eve or Mallory, they need to encrypt the data before they send them, and they have to know that the other party is actually Alice or Bob, and that nobody's trying to get between them. And problem with mails and web in general is that communication is mostly plain text. We can have some HTTPS and stuff like that, but you need to know who's, it's hard to verify. And anybody can pretend to be anybody. Generally, that's mostly true for mails. And mails are relayed to multiple machines, so you are not sure who read your mails. So mails are traveling a really long way, and everybody is reading them, and yeah, you don't know who are all these people and what are their intentions. Yeah, NSA and a bunch of other guys, and yeah, maybe some of them are evil. Not nice guys from NSA. So, something about theory about cryptography, I'm not going to go any deep. There are two main ways how to do crypting. Either there are symmetric ciphers, they use same key for encryption and decryption, and both parties have to share the same secret, and it's hard to exchange this secret key. Or you can use asymmetric ciphers, which has two keys, public and private. And when Alice wants to send something to Bob, she uses her private and Bob's public and sends it to Bob. And Bob then uses Alice's public key and his private key to decrypt it. These asymmetric ciphers are generally slower than symmetric ones, and it's not hard to exchange keys because they are there. You can put your public key on the web. That's not a problem, but problem is how to verify that it's actually you and not some malware guy who is injecting key in the middle. So let's start with PGP, that we will be signing keys afterwards. A little bit of history. In 1977, RSA started. In 1991, PGP started, and it was made available, including sources. And in 1992, there was Web of Trust protocol available in PGP 2.0. And in 1993, USA started criminal investigation of the author of PGP. They started it because he violated munition exports without license, because cryptography were considered munition. So he, in 1995, to prove how stupid it is, he created a book where he printed all the sources of PGP and started selling this book and shipping it outside. So nobody could actually download the sources directly from him. They just could order the book, take it apart, scan it, and compile it. Yeah, freedom of speech. So in 1996, criminal investigation ended, and in 1997, openPGP was proposed to some IETF, whatever, and in 1998, we've got IFC, which specifies the message format. So now it's open standard. And in 1999, we got GPG. So, features. We've got two keys, public and private. It can sign, it can encrypt data. It is decentralized. You don't need any central authority, nobody. You can just start exchanging keys with your friends. And there are two ways how you can sign or crypt stuff. Either you can use inline method, which just marks part of your mails, or you can just attach something to your mail. How it works. It actually uses both of the ciphers. As I said in the beginning, there are symmetric ones and asymmetric ones. Symmetric ones are fast, asymmetric ones are slow. So what do? They use the asymmetric ones to encrypt the shared secret of symmetric cipher. Then they use, so we will get a key for symmetric cipher. We will encrypt it using asymmetric cipher, and then we use the text and encrypt it using that key for symmetric cipher, and both things we will put into email and send it out. On the other end, we will get the first part out, and then using the asymmetric cipher, we will decrypt the key, and then we will use the key to decrypt actually the text. So we can get advantages of both. And now to the practical stuff. We will be having a key signing party in a minute, or not in a minute, but after this talk. And there is a great tool that can help you with key signing parties. It's a package called Signing Party, and what we want from that is a tool called caff. Tricky part is that it requires working send mail or some alternative. And what it does is that it downloads the key from some public key server, shows you the fingerprint of the person that you are trying to verify. You will verify it, then you will confirm it. It will sign the key, and then it will send each identity to the owner of that identity over the mail. This is an important part because it also verifies that you actually are able to access that mail. So let's say that you will sign my key and use this tool. then as I have multiple identities in my key, it will sign only one of these, each one of these identities, and send me just the one signed identity to every mail that I have listed there. Only the correct one. And if I put some random mail in there, and I'm not able to get it, then I'm not able to get the signature for that mail. How do you use it? It's command line tool. You just need to type caff and part of the fingerprint, the end part of the GPG key, and it will show the identities that you want to sign. It will show the fingerprint, and then it will allow you to sign. And it will ask you whether you want to send it. So it's pretty easy. You don't need to deal with GPG directly, and it's user-friendly. Now, only thing that you need to set up is some stuff like your email and keys that you want to use to sign stuff, and maybe how to send emails. How to send emails, if you don't want to deal with setting up your mail server, and well, nobody will trust you anyway, because if you set it up on your laptop, probably everybody else in the world will think that you are a spammer and will just drop your emails. So, good idea how to overcome this is to use MSMTP. This is a tool that behaves like SendMail, but it actually connects to another SMTP server and sends your mails through that. This is one of the commands that you can use. This actually creates a queue of emails, and then you can send them at once. And this is the configuration of MSMTP, how it looks like. It's pretty simple. You just need to say where to connect, what is the username and what is the password, and maybe some stuff like port. Maybe some stuff like where is this certificate so it can use secure connection. Now, a little bit about SSL and CACert. We can do CACert as well today, at least I hope, because, yeah, we will get to that. So, what it does, basically binds public key to some name, and it uses mostly hierarchical approach. So we've got these certification authorities, and oh, I forgot the old link there. I had this talk in Prague, and I forgot a link to Czech site how to generate SSL keys, but I believe you are clever enough to Google it up. So it works that like that there is some list of trusted CIs, and they sign your keys. Usually they do some verification, and quite often they require some payment. And only after that they will sign your key. This is an example of session how SSL works. In short, it's similar to GPG. Again, they will try to negotiate some way to communicate, and then using asymmetric cipher, and then they will use symmetric one. So, what is CACert? CACert is non-profit, founded in 2003, and it's a robot CA, so it means that most of the stuff is done automatically. They will just verify that domain is really yours. They will verify it by asking you to either modify DNS records or to put something on your web server. So they will know that you in fact have a control over the domain. And or they can send email to the root at that domain, yeah. And they've got, they are based also on Web of Trust, and they've got system of assurers. It works like that. Once you are assurer, you can issue some points to people after you verify their identity. When you get 50 points, you are considered verified, and this certification authority will trust that you are actually you. And once you get 100 points, you are able to allocate new points to new users. And by the way, it signs PGPs as well. So that was what I had, what I wanted to talk about. Now, how do we do the actual key signing? Either you bring your paper slips with your fingerprints, or put your fingerprint on your slide, as I did, and we will go outside and we will exchange these paper slips, and we will show each other ID, so we will trust each other, at least for a while. And apart from that, we've got some forms to do CACert assurance on openSUSE. So if you are interested in that one, we can do that as well. I'm able to allocate some points to you. I believe Jan Weber is also able. I will just need to hunt him down. So we've got 3 guys that are able to give you some points. So from this conference, you can go home and be trusted by CACert. So, Theo, want to say something? Okay, so if you have any questions, do you have any questions? No? So we will meet at the registration desk. If you don't have your paper slips, don't worry, we can print it for you. And we will sign our keys. So thank you for your attention, and see you at registration desk.